Hi, it's great to be here with Apleona, just here with Paul, and we're having a discussion, I suppose, in relation to sustainability. And as an FM service provider that's in this space, they're leading the way, I suppose, in terms of bringing technology to clients. And I suppose this is going to be the core of our conversation in our webinar on the 30th. So Paul, from your point of view, what sort of technology are you seeing, and will it make a difference? Like, we've had COP26 basically flunk, it's an F paper, it's going nowhere. So the challenge is really going to come back to who's going to drive and lead sustainability. And it has to be companies, it has to be technology to say this is the service offering, this is what we bring to the market. So what are you seeing from clients, and how do you, I suppose, see the future, and what technology is going to enable that?
Okay, good questions. I suppose the first thing, it depends on the size of the client. Is the first element. Are they a large corporate body? Are they an SME? Are they a small company? That will definitely colour their view of the importance of the topic. From the large corporate perspective, one of the big drivers now is investor confidence and green funds, and the investment managers are constrained insofar as what ethical companies can they invest in. So you might have a fund can't invest in fossil fuel exploration or armaments or tobacco or whatever it happens to be, and that's certainly becoming a driver for the large corporates.
And in terms of then the technology, if a client is asking you to show that sustainability and to get the buildings and the real estate up to that level where you've got a GRESB score that actually investors are willing to sign off, what's the technology you're bringing to the marketplace for that?
Okay, well, I suppose if we took an extreme example, like if we looked at public-private partnerships, of their nature, they're price sensitive. They tend to drive towards the lowest cost, be it over life cycle or not always fully on life cycle, but on initial capital cost. And if you can capture the life cycle into it, all the better. But what you would find is that a lot of the winning bids in PPP type contracts would, of their nature, because they're trying to hit the lowest price, incorporate old technologies. So you've got a brand new building which isn't efficient by modern standards, and that's purely a function of the contract structure and the bidding process. And then over time, you have to bring those buildings back, I suppose, to their best potential. And the types of projects we would have completed in the past would be like the standard stuff, retiring out of oil boilers. Can we shift to LNG, for example? Is there another opportunity to step out onto green LNG into the future? Can we go onto dual fired in areas of the country that don't have, we'd say, the gas means? Can we get off gas altogether?
So really the key at the moment where FM can play a huge part here is the sourcing of energy, and that it's coming from renewable sources, and then in terms of actually driving that COP performance, so that actually the kilowatt you're bringing in has been reduced because you don't need that level of energy. Sure. And they're the two. It's get it green and clean, and then
reduce demand.
Yeah,
so demand reduction is a big part of our work.
Yeah.
We have a large corporate clients that we've done a lot of work on that front, and it's not an exaggeration to say that the combination of efficiency savings and structured power purchasing has saved that particular company millions in just the last 12 months.
Fantastic. So we're really going to get into the nuts and bolts of this next week. We've got a great panel. Paul's going to be joining us. We've got Paul Welch from CIM. We've got Tony O'Keefe from Open Buildings. And we've got Peter Murphy from Ziggy Tech. So we're going to have a good conversation across how's this interacting, how's it going to play out. COP26 has been a disappointment, so how are we going to move it? Because we have to take ownership and responsibility in the industry now. If others don't stand up, we have to stand up, and without technology, it just won't happen. Thanks, Paul. Really looking forward to having a good conversation next week.
Look forward to it.